At 7 o'clock, we got Kent State, which started off its season with a loss. Traveling to Oklahoma, number 7 Oklahoma, which started off its season with a win. Oklahoma favored 33 points on ESPN+. We're going to go over the stats real quick. Colin Schlee, the new quarterback at Kent State, faced Washington last week. And then going 12 of 24, threw for 178 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and had exactly a 50% completion percentage. Also led his team on the ground 8 carries for 47 yards. And Dante Cephas had 6 catches for 105 yards. Dylan Gabriel, on the other hand, through the air, kind of killed it for Oklahoma. He went 15 of 23 for 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 65.2% completion percentage, and the game against UTEP was never in doubt. Eric Gray on the ground had 16 carries for 102 yards, and Marvin Mims through the air had 3 catches for 81 yards. These two teams have never played, but you just look at last week's game, and you kind of can have an idea of how these ones are going to go. Kent State really struggled against a Washington team that is not even a top 25 team, and likely will not contend for the Pac-12 this year. On the other hand, you have number 7 Oklahoma, which could compete for a playoff spot this year, and obviously decimated UTEP in their first game. Dylan Gabriel is a phenomenal QB, and UCF was definitely missing him last night against Louisville. I think this game has a possibility of being really interesting if you're watching just for Oklahoma's sake, because you can have an idea of how good this team can be. These couple games are tune-up games for Oklahoma, because they're going to end facing Nebraska next game. I know you were thinking, oh no, Nebraska, it's not really that big of a deal, but Oklahoma really struggled against Nebraska last year, and Nebraska has arguably gotten better, right? And they've got a quarterback that in Casey Thompson, that almost beat Oklahoma last year. And they had a good sizable lead if their defense didn't crumble down the stretch. So we'll see what happens with Nebraska next week. But Oklahoma, right off the bat, this is a big game that you need to win and you need to cover, and I think you need to look really good here early on, heading into that big matchup next week. I think they win, and I think they cover that 33-point spread.